So far, we discussed about the single sample Z test and T test, single sample Z test and T test. Yeah, two independent sample Z test, are you not covering it? Okay, see, as I told you, the T test is the most widely used one. Better, let us focus on this one, okay? The latest one, okay? The most widely used test. So one sample Z test, one sample T test. If you don't know the population standard deviation, if your sample size is 30 or less, then if your sample is 30, then you can go for T test. In the case of one sample T test, we were comparing the sample mean with the population mean. And similarly, in the case of two independent sample t-test, the samples we used to draw from two independent populations, and then we compare the means of the two samples with the population, two population mean, right? So we want to compare that one. So if the p-value is less than alpha, we reject the null hypothesis. That is what we have concluded. The z critical value is not the one widely used technique. The right, so but still in the interview point of view you should be knowing it. Okay, what is the critical value, and then what is p value, all the things you should be knowing it. And the other difference between the Z test and T test, apart from the population standard deviation, the degrees of freedom needs to be computed in the case of T test. But when you do all these tests in Python or any statistical test, you don't have to worry about anything. Only thing is you should know which function that you should use it in order to conduct the test. That's all. Even if you do not know, you can use the the formula directly in the form of variables. Okay. And the next one is the paired t-test. Paired t-test we compare. I gave you an example to the dependent or paired t-test or dependent t-test. So in that case, the samples are dependent. Hence, it is called dependent t-test. In that case, also we are comparing the pre and post mean values, right? So are there any statistically different values are there before and after training or before and after weight loss program? Are there any difference, significant difference in terms of weight in the case of weight loss program, right? So that is what we were looking at it. And today, what we are doing is we move one step further and understand what is ANOVA testing. ANOVA stands for analysis of variance. ANOVA stands for analysis of variance. I just